on that. And 1 minute, you know, Rob in a second. Rob's in the control room with the team. Hi. Can you do me a favor and just give me a flex pay on what that 55-inch might be if we did the 12 months over time? No. Yeah. No rush. Okay. I mean, if I had another cup of coffee, I could probably do it on the fly, but not yet. This is the way to take your Bose really anywhere. Whether you're active or you're just cleaning the house, and that vacuum is taking up the noise in the room, and you want to have that intimate hearing experience, or my treadmill's really loud. Sure. So this is so great. They look fantastic, by the way. You're a good model.
Thank you.
This is the Bose SoundSport. You also have incredible reviews. This is $149, free shipping, 5 flex payments. You're receiving the case. You're getting choice of colors, the blue, that really pretty aqua, and the black. And tell me about what makes this so different.
So we focus on the Bose experience, like I was talking about, and that wonderful next level sound experience. But how do we do that with a set of headphones, particularly ones that are designed for someone who wants to be a little more active and wants to be on the go? Maybe you're heading to the gym. Boy, if you're working out and you don't have music, you really are missing out. So we went to the drawing board to understand, how do we create an incredibly comfortable headphone that can fit easily in your ear without having to be pressed deeply into your ear canal. We know that that can be a big challenge for people and maybe make people entirely averse to in-ear style headphones. Well, with the Bose, what you get, the SoundSport headphones have this wonderful ridge. We use what we call our SoundSport Stay Here tips. And the tips that you see here, we include 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large, to fit your ear. And this is where the Bose level dedication comes in. See, we sent engineers into the lab and we had them focus. Literally for 2 years, we had a team of 5 engineers dedicated to understanding people's ears. To be able to understand all of those intricate little details, this is the end result of what that research told us. And that is that in order to achieve maximum comfort and stability, we need to incorporate a soft silicone tip in 3 different sizes and include this ridge that distributes the weight of the headphone easily and seamlessly across your ear. What this means is that they stay perfectly still. They're very comfortable over the course of your workout, and you don't have to have any hard plastic that covers your ear. They just rest softly in the bowl of your ear, and then you can enjoy your workout. They're sweat resistant, they're water resistant to be able to withstand all those rigors as you're really working up that sweat. And then guess what? When it's time to put them away, hey, that's fine. We have a wonderful little case that allows you to just tote it with you on the go, and they're gonna be rock solid throughout your workout. That's the Bose difference with SoundSport Wireless. I use them every day. Now, I must say I haven't been to the gym in a few days. I should probably get on that, but what these are great for me for, I walk my little dog Penny around the block.
Penny.
Yeah, she's adorable, and she loves to go for walks more so than I. So when it comes time to go for that walk, I plug in my SoundSport headphones. And the great thing is as we're walking, if one of my friends gives me a call, there's a little microphone built right into the wire that connects the 2 buds. I can hear them perfectly in my ear, and then I can speak naturally, and it's picked up by the microphone here.
That's wild, isn't it?
And then you just keep on walking. That's all there is to it.
They're very comfortable.
Aren't they?
They're extremely comfortable, and I'm usually adverse to having something in my ear because I have something in my ear at work. I have had for 18 years. I've had my hearing checked. I'm doing okay. But I try to move we call these IFBs. I try to move it from ear to ear because I really don't like it. It's very uncomfy for me. And this is delightful. I wish my IFB was like this.
Oh my gosh.
It's so cushy, and it feels very, very secure at the same time.
It's soft silicone. It's designed to be comfortable over long periods of time. And again, because of the way that the weight is distributed, it doesn't have to be jammed into your ear. It just rests softly in the outer bowl of your ear, and you don't have to press them in and create that seal.
Neat?
The silicone takes care of it, and that's what really makes that Bose difference. And of course, the specifics of the technology are incredible. To pack this level of sound performance into something that's so small, barely bigger than a thumbnail. Again, we had to go back to the drawing board to understand, how do we put Bose level performance into an in-ear style headphone? We will not put our name on something unless it carries that level of performance that you've come to know and expect from Bose. So what we did is we went back to that drawing board, sent our engineers into the lab, and when they came out, they had produced a headphone that gives Bose level performance, is stable and comfortable in your ear, and can withstand sweat, It can withstand water if you get caught in the rain when you're jogging. You don't have to worry about diving for the bushes because this is built to give you that that ease of use and ease of mind, you know, when you're out there and working out. You have 6 hours of use per charge too, so that should be more than enough to get you through your gym session. And at least I hope. I mean, I've never been at the gym for 6 hours straight. And they have the capability for Bluetooth. So it's all wireless. You're not plugging these in. You don't have to get caught in a cable. It really represents an incredible amount of technology, put simply, because we understand that if you are working out or if you're more active and want to enjoy sound on the go, you shouldn't have to be bogged down with a lot of complication and a lot of wires. You see here, this is the wonderful citron color, which I absolutely love.
It's that chartreusey yellow color. Yeah, that's very sporty.
It is. And so it really kind of, you know, we really worked hard on how do we capture, you know, the feeling of great performance, both from the sound perspective and from your own perspective. How do we at Bose help you to increase your level of performance so that when you're on the treadmill or you're going for the walk, you have the capability to hear music like you've never heard it before, and that's gonna fuel your workout. That's gonna fuel you to reach new heights when you're going, either if you're on the treadmill or if you're like me and you're just walking the dog, you're gonna enjoy it better and simpler and with greater sound.
It's an elegant solution, it really is. And here's the deal, at HSN, you have 30 days, listen to it guarantee, and if it's not significant, go ahead, grab some other headsets that you have around the house, put those on, put the Bose on. Then put those on again and do your own little comparison test. It's such a significant difference. I tend to be a little bit, this may be shocking to some of you, I tend to be a little bit cynical when it comes to new things because I've sort of seen a lot of products and I know that the difference between like a gimmick and something real. So I like to have something proven to me. And I am full stop, without hesitation, a total Bose devotee. It is significantly better. I remember when my, you know, IT husband was like, honey, look, we're gonna get an HD television. I was like, oh, the one we have is fine. Honey, look, DVD, Blu-ray versus VHS. Oh, at first I was like, oh, it's fine, it's all the same. Oh no. I had to give it to him. It was different, okay? If you're like me and you tend to be like that because you just somehow you got that little click in your DNA and you just like to have things shown to you, prove it. Maybe you're from Missouri, I don't know. But is that the show me state? I think it is. Anyway, this is the significant difference. So we don't have to show you. All you need to do is hear. So we just want you to listen once and you'll see, so to speak, the difference. There's comfort here, there's practicality, there's total connectivity. It's also very discreet.
Right.
So it's not like you have the thing over the head. You don't have to wear the headband and squish the hair, right?
Well, we design a lot of different headphones for those purposes, but we know that if you're not interested in having that large, sort of more bulky around ear with the over ear, yeah, exactly. We know that there's so many different people that enjoy different styles of headphones, and so for the in-ear enthusiast, or even if someone who you're not 100% sure that the in-ear style is for you, this is the best way to be introduced to in-ear style headphones, or to accentuate that in-ear fan, if you're already an in-ear fan, to accentuate what you already know, because we have researched so meticulously these little details like how they fit in your ear and how long they will be able to stay there comfortably, and what it is that makes great sound from something that is so small that you can easily just tuck right away, but at the same time, we know that you shouldn't have to worry about making setting adjustments or how do I pair, how do I plug in. All of it is designed so that the experience of Bose, there you go, that's nice.
The later colors.
Yeah, so different color choices available too, so you can give yourself a little bit of style. And at the same time, you're working out, you're enjoying that more active lifestyle, even if it's just as simple matter of going up and down stairs while you're cleaning the house. Wearing these headphones, you won't even remember that you're wearing them because they're so comfortable. And then when it's time for, when your friend calls, you've got the lovely little button here that gives you the capability to answer and end phone calls. This acts as your microphone, so it hears your voice as well. And there's volume up and down so that you can turn your music up and down right from here. You never have to reach into your pocket and take out your device to adjust the volume there. Gives you everything you need to enjoy the entire sound experience on the go.
And listen, if you travel, commute, This has a little clip. You just put it on your tote, your backpack, and it's very, very simple and yet, as we said, elegant, but so, thank goodness you guys are so complicated because you make everybody else's life sound more beautiful.
Right.
What a wonderful gift to give it to yourself. If you find that, you're not exercising as much, to your point, sometimes you just need the right tool.
Right.
And this could be that perfect way for you to do just that. Get more out of life. And whether you're active or not, just having this is extremely, extremely convenient.
Convenience and a great sound combined
Convenience
together.
and quality. Can't beat it. It's Bose, and with free shipping and on those flex payments. Want to show you a couple